Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love is Blind season 4 episode 7. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Down below you will also find the description box, or you can come and join the Discord if you would like to, or you can follow me on my other platforms just to show me some extra support. Without further ado, let's get into the episode. So Chelsea's dad arrives. You know, we remember there was a lot of weird, awkward tension. You know, Chelsea was nervous. Kwame meeting her father. Kwame was nervous. Well, Kwame claims Chelsea's nerves became his nerves. But the dad was barely even phased. And I also gotta say, the dad spit Chelsea out. My God, they are twins.
Getting to the core of your values, you're being vulnerable, you're talking about your life, your stories, what made you, who you are.
Oh, you did? Isn't that something? You guys, I'm so happy for you.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
My two thoughts watching this was when Chelsea was first pitching Kwame, he seemed so checked out. I'm not quite sure what that was about. Maybe he was still working through his nerves or whatever, but I'm like, can you look like a man who's about to become this guy's son-in-law? Like, I don't know, have some more life, have some more something, but it's not my husband, child, not my problem. Also, this kind of makes me wonder if Chelsea's concern with picking, well, not picking Kwame, Chelsea's concern in her father meeting Kwame had more to do with Kwame's inability to be husband material for Chelsea. You know, I think they're trying to make it this thing of, oh, what will they do? Interracial couple, blah, blah, blah. Will the families accept each other? I don't think that that was Chelsea's dad's issue. I think it's more so the character of the person she has chosen. Is he of good character? Is he going to be able to take care of my daughter? It seems like in this conversation he's all about it, but I'm skeptical. Paul's mom comes to town to meet Micah. She is just so giddy, so excited. She's so excited that she literally did a background check on Micah. And well, no red flags there.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So nice to meet you.
Well, I think her dad's name is Paul. He lives in Mobile. His mom is a deep, beautiful Christian. Paul, I've never seen you like this, so I'm like...
How so?
Like, just happy and in love.
The mom says she's never seen Paul like this. Like what? You've never seen Paul like what? I don't see anything with Paul that is so like super flirty and, you know, super enticed by this woman, very taken by Micah. I don't see that. I saw more energy at the bar when he was talking to Arena, if we're being honest. So, I mean, I'm glad that the mom is happy. I'm glad that the mom is supporting their union, but I'm just like, I still don't see it for them. Tiffany sees Brett's apartment. Honey, boo, boo. This place just reeks of money.
What is this?
It's a VR headset.
Oh, everything in your place is so high end. Bougie Brett.
It's all about efficiency.
He has got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Just swimming in money. Swimming in money. Love that for Brett. Love that for Tiffany. Only thing for me is he's saying she's welcome to move into their place, but this place doesn't look like, I don't know, like even if she was to move in and even if they had enough space, I don't see her feeling like super comfortable, and I don't even see Brett being super comfortable shifting too many things around. Like, I feel like for him, everything has his place and he likes to be meticulous about certain things, and he's already set it up a certain way, like don't tamper with too many things. So I would like for them to move to a neutral place. And Brett isn't even worried. Brett said, if we need more space, we can move up to a bigger condo. I said, wow, money ain't a thing for you, huh? Tiffany, I love this for you, baby girl. Bliss meets Zach at his apartment. And in as much as I don't want to support it because of my feelings for Zach, I can't deny the connection. They fit like a glove.
Should I
Oh,
do this?
no, they're both ruined.
Really? Oh, no.
Yep. Oh, I'm really glad that I overcompensated with the shrimp
Yeah, you're like...
because it was a legit backup plan.
Loosen your arms, you're a little stressed.
Wait, am I not loose?
Yeah, you're a little too tight.
Oh.
Listen, one thing about Zach, He's always going to have a backup plan. Always going to have a backup plan. That's the attorney in him. I also want to talk about this whole thing of different people bring a different side out of you. I felt so much rigidity and awkwardness and like stumbling over his words and finding it hard to flirt when Zach was partnered with Arena. But now that he's with Bliss, he's so calm. He can, you know, throw out some cheeky comments out there. Bliss throws it back at him. He seems like that more like comfortable within his skin. Like he could just be him, no holds bar. I love that for him. So yeah, sometimes if you're feeling uncomfortable in a relationship, take note of that. That person might be bringing out the insecurities in you or bringing out things that are not the best about you. Another person can just change your whole perspective, change your whole demeanor, and Bliss definitely does that for Zach. Kwame, like at every turn, I'm just like, oh my gosh, the African representation is embarrassing, truly. Kwame brings Chelsea to his apartment, and I'm just like, you ain't know production was coming over? You couldn't pick up a 1-2 sock? Are you for real?
Check out my fridge.
Super dope.
Full of...
Wow. You sleep right here?
I sleep on the couch all the time.
So when you wake up, you just walk
Yeah.
8 steps to your desk. Sometimes I'm like, goddamn, we're the same person.
Does this make you think, oh, I might move to Portland?
No, it doesn't.
I am almost certain that production told him to beef up the clutter a bit, because there's no way any self-respecting African would come with their apartment looking like this on big Netflix. There's just no way. There's no way. And then you have Miss Chelsea doing confessionals in the mess. And then furthermore, she's like, oh, well, he's workable and he's all that stuff. I'm sorry, babe, at some point, things aren't potential anymore. This is the way that he is. If this clutter is real, this is what you're gonna have to deal with in your real life. Ain't no, oh, we can work around. He's not your child. He's not a project. Take him as he is. And he ain't it to be taken. Okay? Girl, leave him in his messy ass apartment and go about your business. Anyways, I saw someone in the comments make a statement that I didn't think of, but you were saying that Kwame is the one constantly compromising for Chelsea. I had seen it, but I hadn't really taken it in all the way. And now they're having a conversation about where they will settle. And it seems like Chelsea's not budging. She says, this is where my work is, this is where my family is, this is where my friends are, this is where we're gonna stay. But Kwame also has a family and work and friends. And even though he's remote right now, he's more comfortable in Portland, and I would assume his whole soccer thing he'd have to do in person. I don't know how he would do virtual soccer. So the fact that it wasn't even a conversation is alarming for me. Seattle might be the better arrangement for the two of them, but I would have liked to see that discussion happen instead of Chelsea just saying, this is the plan, you're gonna go with it. I thought you didn't want to carry, girl. But here you are with a backpack on your back. Kwame is inside. I don't know why she's forcing this thing to work. It's kind of off-putting for me. I'm like, Chelsea, it's okay for this connection to not work out. I understand being single is low-key depressing. I can attest. But being in a miserable marriage might even be worse. Jackie is stressed about meeting, what's the man's name? Marshall's family. And you know, she's taking in the process. It's a lot, it's overwhelming. Her family stuff is overwhelming. She just doesn't feel like she's in the right headspace to do this. But hey, you're gonna have to do it, girl. Let's put on our big girl panties and have this conversation.
I gotta put on a happy face because I am happy. It's just right now in this moment, everything is just like crumbling down. And I'm just like, bro, like, I need a break. He's taught me just to be more grown. He's a great listener. He's like taught me, like, sometimes I just have to sit in my feelings and really just go through it instead of just reacting.
I might get some angry people in the comments, okay? I feel like, okay, respectfully, her family situation was always going to be a factor. So now that it's an excuse to why she's unable to be completely involved in this process, it's kind of falling on deaf ears for me. I'm sorry. I know it's not going to bode well for some people in the comments, but I just feel like, why now are you using something that is going to be a constant as to why you can't engage in this relationship fully, then you shouldn't have been in the process to begin with. If you are not in the right headspace to nurture a new relationship, let alone a marriage, I don't think you should have engaged at all. I just don't. Personally, I don't. And now she's saying, because in the last episode she had said her parents were processing this thing. Now it's an adamant no, we don't like it, we're not impressed with your decision. And so it's like, so yet another thing that you probably could have resolved before coming on the show. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have been okay with this kind of process before. I'm pretty sure you would have had those stressors at home before. So why now would you bring that into somebody's life? Now Marshall is in love with you. No. Now Marshall is in love with you. And now you're going to say, oh, but I have all these things. But you had all these things. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. And I hope I'm not offending anybody. I just think a lot of people need to be more aware of whether or not they're ready for such a serious commitment, like a relationship or marriage. Jackie was not. She was not ready. In the actual conversation that she has with Marshall's, I think it's sister and brother-in-law, she says she's growing. Like he's growing her or something like that. And even when he was talking about her, the mood that she's in, she tends to be in a mood for a long time, and he just lets her sit in that. Whereas typically he's the one who wants to get up and have a plan of action. I don't know. I want to give her grace because she is young. I think her and I are the same age. So a lot of stuff is still overwhelming for us. You know, we do process things. We do take some time to process things because a lot of things are new, you know. But I don't think you should be in a relationship where somebody's like damn near raising you. Is that okay to say? I don't know. Going into relationships where growth happens is great. You want to be with somebody who challenges you, who expands your perspective, who, you know, pushes. I wanted to say push the boundary, but not in the way that's like disrespectful, but just, you know, helps you see the world with a wider scope and stuff like that. But in terms of actually I can't find the words. Somebody in the comments, please expound on what I'm saying if you understand where I'm coming from. I just find it concerning that her redeeming quality in this relationship and why she'd want to stay is because Marshall is helping her like become an adult. Yeah, I don't know. Micah is given a tour of Paul's apartment and she loves everything besides everything.
Oh my God, it's so you. Get rid of like all the different like color woods, a new desk, different couch.
Could you see yourself living here?
I probably wouldn't want to stay here. A good tentative plan would be like to kind of like bounce back and forth between here and like Arizona.
No.
They are on a stalemate on where to live, and with the same issues I had with Chelsea, I have here. Why isn't it a conversation? It's just point blank. I think she said she splits her time between Arizona. Yeah, she splits her time between Arizona, and she also has a place in Seattle, and he has a place, and then if they were to get their own place, it's just too much. So obviously they're just gonna go to Arizona or something like that. And I'm just like, why aren't we having discussions about it? And I'm kind of glad that Paul put his foot down and he said, no, I'm not just gonna pick up and move just because you say so. It's going to be a discussion. I've seen a little bit of the next episode, and it seems like her tone has changed when it comes to that. It seems like now she's okay with staying long-term or maybe short-term, I'm unclear on that, in Paul's place. But yeah, these women want their men to just conform to their way, and unfortunately that's not how marriage works. That's not how relationships work. So we need to learn how to see other people's perspectives, have adult discourse, adult conversations, and come to a compromise that works best for everybody. Kwame has not told his family that he is engaged, but he has been trying to get in contact with his mom, who has been dodging his calls. She now has miraculously picked up the phone, allegedly, and is disapproving of this union, allegedly. And Kwame says, well, I'm a grown man, I'm gonna do what I want to do, allegedly.
I'd obviously love to introduce you to her, you know? I just think this first conversation's gotta be for me.
All right.
I appreciate your honesty as usual. It's a tough situation for a mom to walk into things like this. I don't disagree with you. I believe that I make the right choices for myself. And I believe I made the right choice for myself this time as well.
This man was not on the phone with his mama. I'm sure the reason why they didn't get a voice was because maybe she hasn't signed off her likeness to be on the show, whether that's her face or her voice. Completely understand. But there was no way an African man is talking to his mother on the phone like she's a colleague. He was talking to this person like they were a colleague. There is no way. And then he's out here, I told her that I'm a grown man and I'm gonna make my own decisions, and if you're not okay with that, then it is what it. When did you say that? When did you say? I didn't hear that. Did y'all hear that? I didn't hear that. I didn't even hear the disapproval from his mother. I feel like this is a storyline that they're trying to paint for this couple. This is unrequited the word that I'm looking for. Let me just Google it real quick before I make a fool of myself. This like forbidden love story, this Romeo and Juliet type thing, like, oh, the interracial couple, how will things work? I'm not buying it personally. Not returned or rewarded. No, that's not the term I'm looking for. But yeah, I'm just not buying it. I think they're trying to force a storyline. Even if the mother was disapproving, I don't think that would have changed Kwame's decision. As we know, he's already applied for a process similar to this, being married at first sight. She's been having this issue for 5 years, I guess. Not accepting his choices and how to find a wife. He's fine. I don't buy it for a second. Brett and Tiffany talk finances, and she's sharing that she may have concerns about Brett's spending habits.
How about you? Like, do you feel like you're overextended?
No.
In your, no?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, do I have a few things that I spent some money on? Of course. $1,200.
Brett! No! Are you kidding me? Luggage?
Baby girl, if he got it, he got it. Baby girl, if he got it, he got it. Don't ask questions. Well, no, you should ask questions. You need to ask questions. But if he got it, let him flaunt it, okay? I love seeing Black people living luxuriously. Makes me happy. But I did want to touch on couples living within means. I think it is smart for couples to live a lifestyle that is able to be maintained by one paycheck. God forbid that $1,200 bag is not going to pay the rent if somebody's out of a job. You know what I mean? So if he is able to sustain the family on that one paycheck while still maintaining his current lifestyle, that's great. It shouldn't be a concern for Tiffany. If he is overextending himself, I could see where that would be a problem. But I don't know. Brett seems pretty financially well off, just from our perspective and the way that he speaks about his finances. So you good, girl. Live it up for all of us. Lastly, we have boat guy, Mr. Zachary. One thing about him, he's going to take a woman on a boat. And here he is taking Miss Bliss on a boat to propose.
It's like a kiss card. I just want to go those luscious lips of yours.
You have to work hard for this. Do you want like a blanket or something? Maybe you can ask them. What are you doing?
Zachary has waited 6 episodes for some kiss action. But I don't think this is their first kiss. There's absolutely no way that in my first kiss you're going to be talking while I'm kissing you. How dare you? How dare you ruin this moment for me? This is supposed to be romantic. We're supposed to be on a boat. We're supposed to be, you know what I mean? I was like, they've been kissing before. There's just no way. But yeah, he proposed. Spoiler alert, she says yes. And yeah, I don't know. Like it's a weird connection, but it works. Damn it, I said I was gonna stop saying weird. It's an unconventional connection, but it works. So I love that for Zach. I'm glad that he found somebody who does match his vibe. I'm glad that Bliss is still able to dive in head first regardless of their history. And I hope that he treats her as the first option, the only option, and he never looks at Arena's direction ever again. Because this woman is talking about, oh, if I change my mind in a few weeks, I'll hit him up. Hit who up? Hit who up? Absolutely not. With that being said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Watch Party people will be back tomorrow being Monday, same time as today. And for everyone else, I'll see you in the next one.